Do you ever wonder why your content isn't converting to more customers? Actually, I do wonder that, yeah. And a quick heads up, it's not the algorithm. Oh, that means I gotta take ownership? Yep, but don't worry, I'm here, I got you covered. Introducing my brand new content conversion checklist. Let's start with number one, which is, how good is the actual message? How good is the actual content? And equally as important, how relevant or specific is it to your target audience, to the people that you want to do business with? As the LinkedIn feed gets more competitive, and now that we got stories, your content and the creativity and the message that you bring, the value that you deliver becomes more important than ever. The unique factor, the X factor, they gotta be there or you're just gonna get lost in the shuffle. Here's what's not gonna work. Hi, I'm here today to give you 3 tips. Number one, it's not gonna do it for people. They're not gonna be excited to see your next video. And on the flip side, this isn't gonna work either. Hey, good morning everyone. I had a really good breakfast burrito earlier today. You guys ever tried the ones from Trader Joe's? The thing is, they're really healthy, but they're also really good. Anyways, I digress. I just wanna hit you with it. That's not gonna generate actual revenue for a business and probably won't build a brand that you actually want. So here's an actionable tip. Before you film the video, write out the value points that you wanna cover, the things that people can take away from the video. It's your free advice. And then once you got the value points down, then find ways to inject some creativity or some uniqueness. Number 2, who is your message or your content actually getting to? This is something not a lot of people talk about. Think about it. If all you're doing is posting content every week in the same exact feed with the same exact people, it would be like you delivering keynote speeches to the same exact 100 people every single week. You need to go out there and find new connections. Engage with your target audience. You need to loop people into that feed. Don't just sit on your audience and expect them to do all the work. Sales Navigator, perfect for this. Keep that audience evolving. Build loyal fans that always come back, but be adding new people to that feed. You gotta put in the work, especially in the beginning when you're trying to build your brand. The third reason your content may not be converting is you're not consistent enough. Hey man, I've posted 7 videos now and I'm still not seeing the kind of results I want. I think something's wrong with LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn's not even the place to be anymore. Switching to TikTok. I'm gonna lock this into place. And number 4, there's no clear path to conversion. You gotta have a path to have a conversation and then take that conversation and see if it makes sense to take it off LinkedIn. A simple call to action, but you need to have sort of a funnel system. Is it to your LinkedIn group? Is it to your website? Is it in the actual comments? And then from the comments into the DMs? And there's the opportunity to convert that person or company into a customer. So there it is. Let me know which one of these was most helpful. And if there's anything you'd add to this, drop it in the comments. Are you someone that wants to start making creative video content that attracts your target customers, but instead find yourself complaining about your lack of creativity? I don't know, guys. I'm just not that creative, okay? What am I gonna do, sing in my videos? I've got 3 tips. Shut up! Try Creatorol, a new clinically proven drug that allows you to see that you, just like every other human being, can make creative content. You mean I just pop that pill and then I'm creative? Sure, okay.
So what's it like now that you've been taking Creatorol?
I mean, it's been amazing. I wasn't even creative before, and now like instantly I am. I mean, it's even the small things like going from a scene change from a Zoom call like this to a front facing view, just like this. I never would have thought of this before. You ever seen a video before where someone went from a Zoom conversation to a one-on-one? Because being creative doesn't always mean you have some super talent or great camera presence. It could be just a unique look, something that no one else is really doing. How much talent did it take to do this? None. I just popped the Creatorol and here we are. But now that I'm taking Creatorol, I realize that we all have super talents. We all have something that we're naturally good at. So you have to test, you gotta try. You gotta put yourself out there. Take a risk. After all, that's a big part of marketing. I would have never known that I'm good at bringing a story to life by acting it out unless I had started making these videos. And I didn't come from some kind of performing arts background. I just got on camera and tried different things. Warning, Creatorol has several known side effects, including sudden waves of extreme creativity, getting the out of your own way so that you can see how amazing and unique you really are, increased imagination, and an overall happier state of mind. By the way, a little editing can go a long way when it comes to making a creative video. For me, for example, it was, I gotta interrupt, okay? I can't do this anymore. The pill you took is a placebo. In fact, they're all placebos. There is no pill that you can take that makes you more creative. Oh, well, I guess I was always creative then. I was just maybe held back by some kind of self-limiting belief that I wasn't a creative person. We all have that inner creative in us. The question is, are you gonna unleash it?
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to season 2 of the Just Longer Show. Am I listening to myself? Okay.
I think so.
Okay, let me put this on. But in the meantime, welcome back to season 2 of the Just Longer Show. I swear to God, I need to change that 10 seconds, 8 seconds, it is bad. It's like from the 80s or something, Feng Tao music kind of thing.
You
But
did
welcome,
that.
yeah, that was my fault. Okay. But welcome back. This is our 38th episode, or in season 2, it's episode 1. We are on our way to episode 100, which is going to take more than a year, but we are there. Okay. So welcome back, Popcorn family. Welcome, LinkedIn family. If you're tuning in from YouTube, welcome, YouTube family. Welcome, one and all. Now, make some noise if you're joining us for the first time, or if you've been joining us forever, speak forever. Let us know. Hi, Angela. Welcome. Great intro video. Exactly what I need. Hi, Jonah. Welcome. Hi, Vince. I think you're joining us for the first time, right? Anyway,
Yeah.
I made one of those creator roles so I can come up with my with our 10-second videos.
I thought we already had templates for that. You just need to use it, right?
No, it's just ugly. That's all. I have high standards. What can I say? Yeah.
It's
Nina, I
just-
like your earrings. I know. I like them too. Welcome, everybody. Let us know. So today, what are we talking about today? I mean, do you know?
I think today is quite interesting because I think the last few months I've been going through a mental block in terms of creating content, and I think today is something that I really need. So
you need to unleash your creativity.
yeah, I just feel that I'm not being creative in the past few months, so I think I need something to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, great role. It's kind of up
Yeah.
there with, the blue pills. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, kind of thing. Now, if you've just joined us for the first time, welcome. Don't be afraid by the community, but yeah, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, or ask questions if you feel like it. Yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Now,
just want to say hi to a few people here. Hi, Teacher Ken. Hi, Muhammad Yazid.
where? You don't see me.
Yeah. He's here. He's in LinkedIn, right?
Oh,
So
right.
we have Jonah, we have Si Ngo, we have a lot of people here, right?
Somebody is asking, where is Super Pow Pow? Super Pow Pow never goes online. Super Pow Pow is always with you guys online and watching.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
I also need to hear from Popcorn AI. Are you there, or are you on holiday since the new year? If you're joining us for the first time, we've got a rogue chatbot who has a mind of its own, just goes off and does whatever it wants. We have no idea if it's back from holiday. So let us know, Popcorn AI, if you're watching. Rizal, we've got Rizal tuning in from Singapore as well, right? Rizal
He's
Aziz.
asking me to siya mana earring.
Oh, killer
Cannot.
earrings. Thank you. What you guys keep seeing whatever word. Now I have to have high standards of outfits and earrings, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah. Even Shirley said she likes your earring.
my earlinga. Okay, sorry,
Yeah,
that's
earring.
my earlinga. Oh yeah, thank you. I'm so honored. Okay. Right. Okay, so what are we talking about today? Let me see. Oh, before we talk about today, it is the new year. I mean, kind of. We're in our second week of the new year. What has been happening with you guys for the past 2 weeks, and what are some of the wins that you love? Let us know in the comment section. We want to hear from you guys. What are some wins that you guys have for the past 2 weeks? What about you? I mean, while we're waiting for people to share their wins, what has been a huge win?
I think a huge win for 2020, right? Was that we've actually converted 100% online. Everything is now online for us, right?
Which is a big deal for us.
This is a big deal for us because we've been procrastinating about it for about a year plus, right? And when we started this in 2019, we were still doing like live event. But then when the whole thing happens, we just like pivoted and we are 100% online. We're going to be launching our online stuff soon.
Yes. Okay. So
Right,
we've
in the next few weeks. I'm like,
we've got big news to share with you guys, which we're going to be launching in 2 weeks. So we can't share anything yet because I'm probably going to say the wrong thing. We haven't finalized it, so you guys got to stay in there. Yeah, kind of thing. Jonah saying I lost weight. Eric Siu is in the house. Eric, welcome.
Hey, Eric.
Welcome. So nice to
hey,
see
Eric,
you.
I'm enjoying your show, Eric. Good stuff you're doing.
Yep, we love your
Eric.
stuff. So keep
We
it
love
up.
your
Yeah, kind of thing. We've got somebody in the house called Facebook user. I don't know who you are because you gotta give us StreamYard permission. But Win is able to accomplish what, even though I'm not. That is so true. That is so true. Win is able to accomplish. Popcorn AI is back. Sadness, we can't see your FB name. Oh, is that you? I mean, no, this is Popcorn AI, right? So we want to see your name. Popcorn AI is back from holiday. Welcome back, Popcorn AI. I'm surprised you're quite polite. But yeah, in fact, Popcorn AI actually suggested our speaker today. So Popcorn AI has been doing her work. But welcome everybody. Yeah, Teacher Ken is also here. CA is here. So welcome. Thank you for joining us. Now, speaking of you guys and get-togethers, what is coming up in the Popcorn verse for this week and for the month, for this month of the year? This is your first time tuning into Popcorn. We're in the business of building Southeast Asia's business influencers. So if this is something that excites you and you want to position yourself in, you can either join our community by joining our classes or just get free resources from our social media. Now, there's so many things that we're doing. You're bound to find something that you're going to learn from. So what is happening in the month of January and February? Let's find out. Hey, Susan, welcome. In terms of classes, I think our next class is the Killer Profile class, right?
Yep, happening on the 6th February 2021, Saturday. It's a 4-hour session.
Who's teaching this one? Is it you
I
or
think
me?
it's you. I think it's going to be you.
Me? Damn it.
Yes.
Okay, so if you want kind of teacher, that would be me. Apparently, some of our students, one of them is here today, and he's saying he's going to go bald. So he's actually seriously thinking that he's afraid of me, yeah, kind of thing. Having said that, Jonah is scoring points because he said I lost weight. Hi, Kyril, welcome, kind of thing. But yes, so if you really want to position yourself, or you just want to start getting leads and stuff like that, definitely the LinkedIn profile class is where you want to start. And then we also have our boot camp, but we also have a couple of announcements. So we're doing a couple of stuff. So we don't have the dates for the other classes yet. So this is the next one. In the meantime, what you can do is follow us on all our social media. Or you can put in your name for our 2021 intake if you cannot make it for the 6th of Feb. Okay. So Popcorn AI, you could put the link there. Hey, you guys, so cheerful. Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to make a big announcement in the next few weeks. There's a lot of things that we are going to be doing. So stay tuned with us on that one, right?
Right. Okay. So let's quickly see. We've also got you speakers for January and February, mid-Feb. For Just let's take a quick look at who they are before we bring our guests. Now, next week's guest, I'm really excited.
Next week?
Yeah.
This guy actually looked like Tengku Zafrul.
I was about to say, no, he's not Tengku Zafrul, our finance minister, but he does look like him. I think I'm going to send Tengku Zafrul this photo and see what he has to say. But yes, this is not Tengku Zafrul. He is actually Zar Ismail from OK Let's Go. Now, if you are if you love the world of podcasting, they are actually one of the biggest podcast shows right now on Spotify in Malay.
Top 5 in Malaysia, right? Top 5 in Malaysia right now.
So what we're going to be talking about is how to make your podcast pop, okay? And then if you guys know, I don't know if you guys know this, but they actually had a huge fiasco last year and they kind of had to bury themselves. So first things first, in next week's episode, we're going to find out how you can make yourself so popular that when you F up, you got to learn how to recover from a PR crisis. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, they went viral last year and there was a lot of backlash, right? So we want to learn what's the art for that. Cool stuff.
Right. Okay. And the week after, a lot of you are afraid.
Wait, before we go to the week after, just a highlight for this one particular episode. We're doing it at 6 p.m.
Oh yes,
right?
Yeah.
I
think
so
just are at night. So the best thing is to have it at 6. So what we're gonna do is just to let you know, the usual time is 8 o'clock. But if we have speakers like today from the States, then we're gonna have to shift our time to accommodate them. Okay.
Yeah.
Or earlier, depending on who we're interviewing. Okay. And the following week, on the 28th of January, we've got Flo Akin B, who's based in Dubai. Yeah, his hair is the bomb. So we are going to be talking about how to future-proof your communication skills for 2021 and beyond, because we've all gone virtual. How do we nail it? How do we speak? So definitely somebody that we want to learn from, who's a communication coach. He's an event moderator. He's an MC, and he's a content curator. Okay, so that's happening the week after. And what's that after that? Now, when we're building a business, you're bound to be famous and you're going to come up with your own IP, which is intellectual property. So you want to know what is IP, copyright, trademark, what's the difference? And it's basically for small businesses. What are the things that you need to know so you do not F up or screw up? Screw up is the halal word, okay? Cool. And the following week, we're going to be talking to Dean Wei. Now, Dean is amazing because what he does is he has this class where when you come to his class, you'll be working on your content or your headline and you're positioning it like a funnel so that you immediately get to create your headline so that it looks like a funnel and it'll be there evergreen. So people immediately see it and they immediately get what you do and, sales comes in. So that's why we're interviewing him. Okay. So he's famous for that. Okay. Screw up a halal word. Jane is asking. Okay. So that's what's happening until mid-Feb. If you have ideas on what you want us to cover, who you want us to cover, let us know in the comment section and we'll try and get you the speaker. In the meanwhile, please join our cult. Yeah. And community. And we're everywhere. We're just not active in several places, but just keep adding. Yeah. Just add it. Let's just put it that.
You know what I really love about we've been taking a break for the last few weeks, but Nina has been working really hard behind the scene to get a lot of speakers. And when I saw the list of speakers and also guests that's coming in, guys, you guys want to make sure that Thursday night, make sure you're free, right? Come in because we're going to be doing a lot of stuff Thursday night. Okay.
Yeah. Let me know who you want. I'm desperately trying to. I'm on stalking mode right now, so
it's just like on the steroids, getting speakers, guests, hosts, and whatever
and I don't
it is,
just
right?
find them on LinkedIn. I'm on WhatsApp, I'm on Facebook, or I'm stalking them even on Instagram. Okay, and some of them don't even say be friends with me. I have to deal with rejection. So yeah, be nice. Let me know who you want. Okay, kind of thing. So, so that's what's happening. But what are we talking about today? We're going to be talking about unleashing your creative. Okay. Now tonight it's time to, unleash your creative so that you guys stand out, build a one-of-a-kind brand, and start winning customers on LinkedIn. So if you're ready for that, let's just langgar with it. Intro the
video. Let's go with it. We'll see you soon.
Popcorn.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Nina.
And I'm Amin, and welcome to the 38th episode. Episode 1 of season 2.
It's flustered. I think it's because we're coming back to the first episode of the year, right? I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so anyway, Just Langgar, what is Just Langgar? Just Langgar is where we cover the latest on content creation, social media, entrepreneurship, and tech to help you guys position yourselves as business leaders and industry authorities through content creation. In other words, we're Popcorn, and we build Southeast Asia's business influencers by building authority, impact, and income on social media. So if this is something that excites you, please join us, okay? And follow us on all our social media. Now, tonight we're going to be talking about Unleash Your Creative, and it's basically we want you guys to stand out using videos, right? So to do this, video is one of the fastest ways to get your audience attention and build your credibility, but it also takes skills and practice. So if you think that this is useful, share this post out, share it out to as many people, tag them today so that we can all learn to get together, okay? Anything you want to add, Amin?
I'm excited about tonight because what I heard about the next speaker is that he's not just using video for content, but he's using it for a lot of other things. A lot of ways to do it, right? Like connecting with people via messages. So this is cool stuff. Like I never thought that we can actually use video to connect with people. So I think I'm going to start using that too.
Yeah, you should. Okay, you know what? Before I introduce the speaker, I do have to say something. Somebody is saying Nina is quite halal. What conversation is that? Where does this even come from? Oh, Nina, halal. Yeah, Nina quite familiar faces. Good evening. Yeah, what? That's all I can say. But
wait, Nina is quite halal, right?
You don't have. Are you saying I'm haram? Hey, hello. Okay, anyway, let's quickly move on because we don't have a lot of time and we want you guys to ask as many questions as you want. All right, so are we ready? Shall we get creative, people?
Yeah.
Yep. If you just joined us for the first time, if you have any questions whatsoever at any time, please let us know in the comment section so we can get the most out of today's session for you guys. Okay, now the guest tonight is the founder of Impacts Marketing. He is a creative video king and he helps people unleash their creative to help them build industry-leading brands and win customers through social media. Now, if you're someone who's always thought that video is only for people who are creative, it's hard and you could never do it. Well, today we're here to tell you that it's time to finally Unleash your creative, because as humans, we are creative and video is not as hard as it looks. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome all the way from Chicago, Alex B Sheridan. Alex, thank you so much for joining.
Hey, what's up? Okay, we're gonna do this.
Hey, I'm having fun already, guys. Just backstage.
Okay, great. Cool. Now, for all our people watching in, again, if you're joining us for the first time, let us know if you have any questions. Let us know in the comment section and we'll get it answered by Alex. Okay, so Alex, first things first, can you share a little bit about yourself? How did you start doing what you do now?
Yeah. It was a long road to get to this place, but it really started. I was working for a corporate company, a multi-billion-dollar company, for 6 years, and I always felt like inside I sort of had this creativity that was trapped, right? Like and silly things, nothing crazy, but just like I would write raps while I was in high school. I would think of stories and skits in my head. I had humor. I made people laugh, and I never got to really use that or unleash that. And I'm going through this corporate job, and it's a good paying job, good benefits, all that stuff. And I'm just getting to a place where I'm like, this isn't my dream. This isn't what I was put on earth to do. I think I can do so much more. I can give so much more and really use this one life that we get to the fullest. And so I decided I'm going to start my own company. And I wasn't sure quite what it was going to look like. I didn't even think video marketing or social media marketing at first. I thought I'm going to help companies grow their businesses because I knew sales and processes and how to engage with customers and clients. And I started posting videos on LinkedIn. And I said, you know what? I'm going to start being me. I'm going to start unleashing some of this creative that I've trapped inside my body for 30 plus years, And so I started putting out videos that were just different. I said, I'm going to experiment. I'm going to test. I'm going to try. I'm going to bring stories to life. I'm going to use some acting, some humor. And what I quickly noticed was that people were reaching out to me, and I was sort of building up this mini brand and creating this little movement. And I said, wait a second, the light bulb went off and I'm like, this is the business. And I'm like, I'm going to pivot and this is going to be the core of my business. So I went all in on February 2020. I won my first customer. 6 months later, I was putting in my 2-week notice that my corporate job had replaced my 6-figure income and said adios to the corporate America and doing this full time.
Okay, wait, let me get this straight. When you were in corporate America, what were you doing in corporate America? I mean, obviously not videos.
No, not videos. I was working for a staffing and recruiting company doing sales. So I was building up territories from the ground up and a little bit of leadership too. I had recruiters that reported to me and things like that. And I was building up this business on the side as a side hustle. So when I was done with work at 5, 6 o'clock, I would get to work whenever I could. Every single weekend I was working. I mean, there was a period of 7 months where I had 1 full day off. I mean, I was just work. But it paid off because then I put in my notice and now I'm able to wake up and do what I love to do every single day.
And how did you figure out that it was the video thing that was trend? Because when you first wanted to start your own business, you didn't know what it was, right? And that was in February. Yeah. How did you figure out it was video? Because you were doing video and people started asking you for it.
Yes. Well, I came from the background of like a lot of salespeople come from, where it's like your cold call, email, DM, and not in a pitchy, spammy way, but that was just how we got things done. And I'm like, how am I going to stand out? How am I going to differentiate myself? How do I get people to know who I am, to show up with some trust and credibility so that they actually come to me and I'm not always having to hunt people down? How do I become the hunted? And so I'm like, let me start putting out content so people know who the heck I am. And that's what really inspired me to start putting out videos. And then when people started coming to me and saying, Alex, I saw your last couple of videos on tips on how to do this, and this. Can you teach us like how to do that? Like, how do you actually do that? Do you have a program? Do you have a product? Do you have a service? And I was like, ding, ding, ding. Like, this is it. And I also realized, Nina, that nobody else was doing what I started doing. And I think there's something there's the innovation and the creativity to start doing something different, to be bold and try something new. And you may try 10, 20 different things and 19 or 18 of them won't work. But if 1 or 2 really take off, that's all you need sometimes.
Yep, I absolutely agree with you, because we've got some of our students who, when they come to us, they're like, yeah, but we don't really know what our passion is. We don't really know what we want to do. So I guess doing what you did, which is to explore, yes. One of them is just going to hit, right? I mean, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I just want to add this, that, wow, February 2020, that's fast. So that's like just a few months ago, right? That's not even 1 year.
Yeah.
Actually,
Is there
to
anything
share with
only-
you, we're kind of twins in the sense that we started in February, if you think about it. I mean, our classes.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so we started in February, and then the pandemic hit us in March, like 2 weeks after class, our first class, and we were doing like a LinkedIn bootcamp, right? And we're like, F, that was a polite halal word, F. What the F do we do now? And then that's when we transitioned online and did everything online. And we're now 100% virtual now, and we love it. So I can move wherever I want to go, kind of thing. So and Zay, you are right. It has been since February, and this is literally what's happening. If you guys are watching this, this is how fast things can move in the world of virtual and online. If you guys actually make an effort and stop using your excuses. Whoa, that was bad.
No, that's the truth. That's the truth.
Right? Yeah. So you cannot use your excuses. If you're not getting results, you're probably just using excuses or you're not doing enough or something like that. Yeah. I mean, anything to add to that?
Yeah, I'm really curious to know. So when you quit your job in February, and then after that the whole pandemic happened, what's happening in your mind at that time?
So I started I won my first customer in February, and then I quit my job in July. In July of 2020, actually. So it's 6 months from February to July. And you're right. Yeah, it's fast. It just shows the power of you getting on there and taking action and having a good plan. You can do things relatively quickly. I mean, a brand takes time to build, but what were my thought process? I mean, when I put in my notice, I've been there for 6 years and I have 2 daughters. I'm a single dad. So I'm not some like 20-year-old kid living in their parents' basement. I had to be responsible and plan and be strategic, but I was nervous. I was really nervous the night before I put in my notice. And I was also really excited because I knew what the journey, that I was on. And I knew that me leaving my full-time job gave me so much more opportunity to spend time in my business now and do what I love. But yeah, it's a hard conversation. I remember I was sitting we were doing a virtual meeting because everything was, Zoom. And I'm like, we started the meeting and me and a couple of folks from leadership. And I was like, hey guys, not to throw a wrench in this meeting, but I'm putting in my notice today. And they were like,
how did they react?
Okay. To be honest, they weren't completely shocked because they had seen me on LinkedIn. I'm so active on LinkedIn and my videos pop up in their feed. So it's like, they knew I had the side business. I just don't think they realized I was making money and it was an actual business. Wow. I think they thought I was just kind of experimenting still. And it wasn't the case. I was making more money doing my side business than I was in my full-time job. So,
okay, got it.
So
and now,
just to check. So you were saying that you're very active in LinkedIn. How active are you? I'm talking about the amount of content that we're creating on a weekly basis. Are we talking about daily, or are we talking about? Do you have a strategy for this?
Yeah, I do a post every day, Monday through Friday. Weekends, I will occasionally post, but definitely Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And usually it's like Monday is my hyper creative video. That's brand building that grabs a lot of attention. It kind of sets the tone for the week. Tuesdays are live. We do an improv live show on LinkedIn every Tuesday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Wednesday is typically like an interview, Zoom style type content like this, but I'll put my sort of creative twist on it. And then Thursday is a text post. And then usually Friday is some type of mix between whatever I feel like doing that week. I leave it kind of open.
Wow. Okay. Got it. Absolutely love it. So what are some of the services you now offer your client, and what exactly do you do with them?
Yeah. So there's 2 main offerings that I have. One is for the solopreneur, the entrepreneur, the small business owner that wants to learn everything that I can teach them. They want to actually be equipped with the skill set to go out there, build a unique brand on LinkedIn and social media and win customers, book meetings, actually make things happen, move the business forward. And I have a boot camp, a LinkedIn video social selling boot camp that I take them through. It's 4 to 5 weeks, but really you're part of the community for life. There's live calls every single week where I'm Q&A. We work through your toughest problems, your challenges. What are you struggling with? And we help you overcome them. There's video modules. There's over 40 video modules explaining exactly how to build a brand, the foundation, the profile, how to unleash your creative, how to come up with the content strategy, how to edit videos, how to outsource videos, and then the social selling component. So it's really A to Z. You'll walk away from that thing and really don't walk away. You're stuck with me for the rest of your life if you get in.
I love that.
But I wanted to always keep the community there because for me, it's important to watch them grow and then they get results and they share it with the team. And now that someone new coming in, it's like, wow, they just won a ton of new customers from going through the camp. And, so it's really cool to share. That's one side. The other side is I work with companies, and it could be a solopreneur, but mostly it's companies where they've got a significant amount of revenue coming in, but they don't have the time to learn everything, to do it themselves. And so, Alex, hey, can you come in? You develop our content strategy. You come up with the scripts and what kind of content we're going to produce. And me and my team of editors and graphic designers, we do all the work for them. And then we get it to them post ready. So they can spend time in their business, generate revenue, spend time with their team, and we do all the legwork for them.
Fantastic. That sounds absolutely wonderful. I mean, anything to add?
No.
Okay, great, because I have a very important question. Why is it that you say, because I've got people asking me, right? Why do you say unleash your creative instead of creativity? That's a wrong grammar. You know, you're watching it.
Yeah.
I know you're here online. Is there a reason for it? And is there a clear distinction between creative and creativity? I actually Googled it up, okay, just so you know.
Yeah. Well, when you say like a piece of creative, a creative is like more of the piece of creative that you're creating, or creativity is more of a
process.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how you describe it, but it's more of a state of mind, I guess you'd say. But I came up with that. I mean, to be honest, there wasn't some like super complex thought process behind it. I was like, I'm gonna help people unleash the creative. Whether it's, hey, I'm not super creative and I don't want to spend time thinking about it. Can you unleash the creative for me? Or it was helping people and inspiring people to unleash their own creative and their own potential from within. And unleash the creativity. It's a little bit longer. Unleash the creative is shorter, precise. And it's just like if you look at Google or Amazon, like what are these names? You know, like where did they come from? So so I didn't think too much of it. I just thought it was a pretty cool tagline, and more importantly, it represented my brand and the movement that I wanted to create, which I think a lot of people miss. They're not building a movement and an actual brand. When you think of certain taglines, you think of certain companies, and I wanted people to think unleash the creative. Alex B Sheridan and my company Impacts.
Right, got it. Thank you so much for sharing.
I really love your video, though. I really love the way you do it.
Which one?
Personally, even the pill just now, the one that we showed.
I love that, the creator role. I need some of that.
Yeah. I think when I first saw your videos, the thought process that comes to my mind is that, okay, this guy is cool because he's not like the other LinkedIn guys.
Because on LinkedIn, there's a lot of constipated people, right? I mean, I know it's professional, but you don't have to be constipated.
But I think there's this group of people that think that we don't deserve to be in LinkedIn because of the way we do things, right? And what's your thought process on this, right?
Yeah, and you know, to be honest, it's a great point, but it's also people feel like they can't be themselves in general in the world. They feel like, oh, I can't show this side of me. I can't show this side of me because what if people don't accept that, or what if they don't like that? And oftentimes, especially when we're kids growing up, we think we need to fit in to what everyone else is doing. We're kind of taught that, right? From school, fit in, do this, get a job, and do this. So we kind of grew up thinking that we got to sort of be quieter and like kind of fit in and fit the mold what everyone else is doing. And if you're doing something different, you know, especially when you're a kid, but I think even when you're an adult, if you're doing something way different, typically people are like, whoa, why aren't you with the trends? Why aren't you doing things like everyone else? And I was like, I'm going to break that. I'm going to shatter that freaking mold and be like, no,
we love you.
You doing things. You doing things different is actually what's going to make you cool, make you separate yourself from everyone else, help you build your brand, help you get the attention and attraction that you want in a positive way. And you're going to feel good about it inside because you're being yourself. You're being yourself. You don't need validation from outside influences or from other people to tell you that, hey, you're amazing, you're great, you're good. I don't need that. I feel good about what I'm doing. So if anything comes in after that, it's just gravy. It's icing on the cake.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah. Now we want to share like something that happened with us. I mean, do you want to share about your constipated story? Susan saying constipation. Yeah.
The only way to overcome constipation is just do it.
No, I mean, remember you actually said you wanted to somebody and somebody didn't want to friend you on LinkedIn. Oh, I think this will not work. Remember, they did not.
Oh yeah.
Can you share that story? How can you forget? How come I remember? Come on.
Somebody actually, I actually approached someone to become a speaker, and then after that, she looked at my profile and think that, hey, you know what? I don't think they're LinkedIn material.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
In my mind, I was like, yeah, maybe you are not my target market. So okay, I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah, but she also asked, do you know what constipated means? Well, okay, what was your sentence on your profile?
So the sentence was this, because in my headline in the beginning, I said, my vision is to unconstipate LinkedIn, right? That was one of the things I wanted to do, right? And then she approached me and said, hey, do you know what constipation means? I said, yeah, it's full of shit. And then immediately after that, she said, I don't think we are a good suit. I think it will affect my personal brand. Okay, fine. I'm not gonna connect with you.
And then I thought that was so funny. And then at the same time, Alex, we have people who are telling our people that, you know, what you're saying does not belong on LinkedIn. You should be saying it elsewhere, you know, kind of thing. And there are some people, oh, this is not LinkedIn appropriate. So what do you have to say about that? Because we feel that, you know, there are people whose jobs are cleaning toilets. So if they do a video of cleaning toilet, it's still professional because that's their job, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, as long as you're bringing value to your audience in some type of way, and it could be educational, it could be motivational, it could be entertainment, or it could be a combination of those three, which is what I try to blend. But the reality is, who says that it's not appropriate for LinkedIn? You know, who are they on the authority figure to say, yeah, the LinkedIn police? And what's funny, we were talking about this earlier, but most of the time, people that say that, hey, this doesn't belong on LinkedIn, or you shouldn't post that stuff, most of the time, those people aren't doing anything on LinkedIn, and they're not getting results. So who are they to say, right? So it's like, I think you have to, you definitely want to be respectful, and you want, and to me, I want to be a positive influence on people and inspire people. If you're being disrespectful, I don't think that you belong on LinkedIn. I don't think that stuff, if it's super offensive and that kind of stuff, of course. But the ability to be yourself and to demonstrate your value in your own unique way, absolutely. I mean, the people that are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that end up changing the freaking world.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Absolutely agree with you. Okay.
Okay, with that.
Okay. One more question before we go into the how-tos. What is it about this whole thing, you know, creating videos on LinkedIn and moving, you know, since February until where you are now? What is it that people still don't get about this whole thing?
Well, I don't think they understand how big video is going to be. And I think like last year was a wake-up call for when COVID happened, right? Because everyone was like, oh shit. They were like, I had public speakers that were going to all these different events that literally came to me or like, Alex, I have no job. And I've never done these virtual events, or I don't have a video. I don't have a brand on LinkedIn or any platforms. I'm not showing up on video. And a lot of people freaked out, but I think people are starting now to figure out that you have to have a digital brand. You have to be virtual. You can't just be, I have a website and then call me if you need me and I'll show up. There is no showing up in a lot of cases. And you want to show up in people's feeds. So, I mean, because you can impact and reach thousands of people per day on a post. So why would you not take advantage of that? So I think people are still underestimating it. You know, I think a lot of people thought, well, COVID's going to pass and things will kind of go back to how they were before. And it's just not the case. It's not the case. And new apps are popping up. TikTok's up. LinkedIn's getting bigger into video. Instagram's there, you know, so video is here to stay. The only thing that I see that will change the video game big time is like virtual reality. And the first virtual reality app where you pop in and we're standing here and we're next to each other and we're high-fiving, you know, so cool. like that will be a real thing, you know,
without giving us a headache.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. So, I mean, you know, it's so important. I mean, you really have to, you don't have to do a video a day, of course, but you have to have some type of presence on camera where people can see your face. We're humans. We want to see each other. We want to connect with each other. We want to hear each other. If you're just doing text post all the time, you don't give people that interaction. They don't get to know you. They don't get to feel for your personality. It's really tough to do. So, so you have to find a way to incorporate that.
All right. So what are, we've got a question from Zaid here. She's asking, how do you target the market that you want to capture?
Well, you start by what's your product or service and who's going to be a best fit for that. And then what you do is you, like specifically on LinkedIn, you have to have a good connection strategy and engagement strategy. So some people get on there and they're like, I'm going to post my content and wait for it to blow up. And that's not quite how it happens. You know, I wish it happened that easily, but it doesn't. You have to build a community with your audience. So think about who is your target audience? What are their job titles? Where do they hang out? What are they interested in? What do they care about? What are they struggling with? And how can you provide value that speaks to them, that reaches out and said, hey, this is for you. Listen, I'm trying to help you. This is some valuable tips here, or some insights, or an entertainment video that you're going to smile at or laugh at. And that's the content that you put out. You have to match what your target audience cares about and how they think. And the second side is you have to go out and engage with that audience. So you got to, use things like Sales Navigator or the search tools where you go out and you're connecting daily with people in your job titles in the industry that you want to impact. And you're leaving thoughtful comments on their content. So you're building that little community, and now they're showing up in your feed more. You're showing up in their feed more, and you're starting to sort of build awareness around what you're trying to build.
Okay, got it. I hope that answers your question. I mean, any questions from your side? If not, I'll go to the first one.
You can go to the first one. Yeah.
Okay, so how does one unleash their own creative? Is it like a discovery process? Do they need to meditate on a mountain? Because, you know, in the 90s, that's what you do. Oh, I'm going to find myself. This is how I become creative. So what do we need to do to find it or to unleash it?
Yeah. You pop a creator roll, you pop a pill, and you're instantly creative. That's all you do. You're done. No, in all reality, it's a process, right? Like, so people are always like, what can I do today that's and it's like, well, the first step, if you want to think about it in a step-by-step process, the first thing you always want to think about is like, one, what are you trying to build? What are you trying to accomplish? What's the brand? What's your audience? Of course. But then you think about your content. It's like, how do I kind of unleash my own creativity? You have to really reflect and think, what about you is unique? And you can't say that I don't have anything. Like, everyone's unique in their own way. Like, certain people are quirky, they're funny, they can act, they're really good storytellers, they're really good interviewers, they're really good facilitators. It could be a multitude of things that people do well. You might have a musical talent that you can bring into your content. So you have to really sit and reflect and think, what am I pretty good at that I think I could inject in my content that would give me a little difference maker, that would make me stand out a little bit more while still bringing a good value. A good message. And step number 2 is you got to get out there and test and try. So like, that's the big thing that I think a lot of people miss. They're like, well, I don't know. And I'm like, well, how many different things have you tried? How many pieces of content have you created where you tried to do something that you thought might work? Well, I haven't really tried it yet. I just don't know if I'm going to be good at it. Well, you're never going to know if you don't start doing it. Like, I never would have known. I mean, if you look at my first few videos, my first 20, 30 videos, they were nowhere near to what I'm doing today. It was an evolution. It was a process. But I would never have known, and thank God that I went for it. Thank God that I said, hey, I'm just going to be bold and go for it and not worry if it fails or not worry if people hate on it, whatever it is. But if I hadn't tested and tried and made bad videos, I never would have got to making great videos that people now recognize on LinkedIn and other platforms. So it's a bit of a process to test and try and not worry if you're going to fail. You know, you in business, I always say, 80-20 rule. You keep 80% of the things that are working really well for you, that are generating business, that are moving your business forward, that are bringing your awareness to building your brand. And then you got to take that 20% and test and try stuff. Just try new stuff. The Clubhouse app comes out. I'm on that. Try and figure that out. TikTok's out. Trying to figure that out. We started a new LinkedIn live show that's improv. It's comedy improv, mixed with business insights. That's brand new, right? So out of those 3 or 4 or 5, 6 things, probably one of them will be something that I'll incorporate into the long-term strategy. But you have to test and try. That's part of the innovation process, the creativity process, is that things are moving. I mean, whether we move with it or not, like, you either adjust with time or time is going to adjust you. I mean, just look at the history of business, Blockbuster, Kodak, all these companies, these JCPenney, I mean, all these companies that they were stuck in time. And they didn't want to test and try other things. I mean, think about Amazon came out. It was Jeff Bezos in the 90s. And he literally had books in his house, in his garage. And he drove his beat up car to go deliver books. And that's the guy that built Amazon. Walmart or anybody else that had money, that had infrastructure, kind of came up and said, we should get involved in this internet thing. I think it's going to be pretty big. But what happened is they didn't test and try enough. And they didn't go for it. And so someone else came along that was like, I'm going to do it. So I think it's just it's a discovery in a process.
Yep.
I'm curious to know.
Go on.
I'm curious to know if you can go back to your first video, right? Because you're talking about evolution, right? What would be the advice you would give to you when you first did your first video?
Yeah, it's a great question. My advice would be, there'd be so many things because they weren't very good in the beginning. One would be tighten up the message, dude. Don't talk for 5 minutes all over the place. But I would say that the first and foremost is just like, think about your audience and the people that you want to impact and be laser focused on that. So I was like talking in the beginning about a lot of different things and it wasn't super dialed in. And I wish I just had been a lot more focused on, how do I want to make this person feel? How can I basically, like, almost like I'm speaking to one person, but it's my target audience. And how do I just connect with them in this video and really make them feel it? But there's a message, there's value. So they want to come back and watch the next one. That would probably be my biggest piece of advice. Being intentional is so key. So key.
Okay, got it. Okay, we've got
I love that.
yeah, that's so good. I've got a question from Johan. What's your favorite video tool for desktop, mobile? Actually, what are your favorite tools? We're curious. We'd love to know.
For video editing?
Mm-hmm. Anything that you use, even on LinkedIn. Like some people are, getting those robots. What do you feel about that? So if you can share with us.
Oh, the automated messages?
The
spammy ones. Yeah. My favorite equipment when I used to edit my videos in the beginning, and I used Filmora, which was it's kind of always been my baby. Yeah. And I don't pride myself on being like the expert video editor. I have a team now that does my videos and our client videos, because as you scale, you can't edit everything yourself, and there's only so much you can do if you want to grow. Otherwise, you're going to be kind of stuck. So my favorite like technology piece would be the Filmora 9. I spent a lot of time in there. It was how I first learned to edit videos. It just brings back a lot of long nights and a lot of frustration, but it was also like the birthplace of like my videos. And so it means something to me. There's some significance behind it.
Until today, you still use Filmora? Well,
I don't.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I don't. My team does my editing now and our clients editing, because it's just, I would have to edit just a trillion videos a week, and there's no time. But between mine and the clients, but they use Adobe Premiere Pro, After Effects. Some of them use Filmora, so they're badasses. I mean, what they do, my team's incredible. I would not be here if it wasn't for them and what they do. So mad love and respect for what they do, because they pound it every day, editing videos and adding creativity, and it's really cool.
Okay. So in terms of tools on social media, what do you recommend? Like LinkedIn, Sales Navigator, or the spammy bots,
Yeah. So I do not recommend the spammy bots, because they just don't work. I think the more personalized you can get on LinkedIn, the better. If you were talking about conversion rate, response rate, but the tool, I love Sales Navigator. I teach it in my boot camp. You can get really, really lasered in on your target audience. We talked about how do you find and sort of speak to that target audience. One is putting out the content, but two is really finding them and engaging with them on their content. And how do you tactically do that? You go to Sales Navigator, and you can do lasered in searches by company revenue, by job type, multiple job titles, by how long they've been in their position, all types of things you can search by. And then what's really cool is you can drill it down to who's posted content in the last 30 days. So I can now go through and say, oh, Janet and Jill and Johnny and all these people, they posted content in the last 30 days. I go to their post, I start engaging with them, leave an insightful message or a comment. And now I'm starting to start a conversation with somebody that I could potentially do business with. And then I can follow that up with a video DM that's personalized and start a conversation. So then what you do with Sales Navigator is you build out a lead list of everyone that you're engaging with. And so now you've got this mini news feed on your homepage on Sales Navigator that shows all the people that are leads for you. And it shows you when they post. It's like 30 minutes ago, Sally posted 70, and so the power of creating your own mini news feed with your potential customers in it is huge.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so I can see why you're on it and not on the bots, because it's better to get something, because I think even right now LinkedIn is getting real serious with all the bots and all the third-party softwares, right? I mean,
yeah, it is. I personally feel that if you're really, really, really serious when it comes to Sales Navigator is the one thing they want to have.
Yes,
it's like another level. Right, but
you just need to. I think it's the number one tool in the entire world for salespeople.
Definitely, because it allows you to find like a needle in a haystack, right? That's how powerful it is, especially if you're niche business people. Hey, Neeraj, our previous speaker, is on the house. Nice to meet you. So nice to connect with you. He's a LinkedIn expert based in India.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So Popcorn AI, our chatbot, has a question. Lots of people say that creating video takes too much time. What do you have to say about it? What would make them embrace a different mentality?
So there's a couple different, that's a great question. There's a couple different ways to go with it. One, it doesn't have to take a lot of time, because when you first start off, especially, and even now I still do these, you can do a selfie video. So where literally you pull out your phone, you go on LinkedIn, you hit create a video, and you start talking for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and boom, there's a piece of video content. If you're doing no video, that is 50 times better than doing no video.
That is so true.
Yeah, you do one of those a week. Just show your freaking face. Just get yourself out there. Just show who you are, your personality, what makes you different. People are going to resonate with that. So that's step number one, is you don't need anything. People are like, what technology, what equipment? I'm like, do you have a smartphone? Yep. Then you're good to go. You can start, right? Now, if you want to start doing the other things and add creativity and the titles and banners, the quickest method is to do apps like InShot, iMovie. There's all types of things you can look up, video editing apps, and they're pretty user friendly. You can literally, if you want to get the right dimensions, hold your phone like this. So you got 16:9 instead of like this. And then you pop it in the software and you can add a banner on top, bottom, and then add a title. And then boom, your video looks better now than it did before. And you're set, right? And then you keep making progress and evolving with your videos. If you want them to pop more and you want sort of more of the fancy stuff and you want to be more creative, green screen, that kind of stuff, you're either going to have to learn something like a Filmora or an Adobe Premiere Pro, or you outsource it. You find somebody that's really good, that's affordable, that you can send them, here's the video I want, and make sure that it's got the cuts that you want and that kind of stuff. And then you send it to them, and then they do all the work for you while you stay in your business and run your business. So there's a few different ways to handle it, but that would be my advice on the timing aspect.
All right. Thank you so much. So Popcorn AI has already said it. Students, listen to Alex. Doing video is better than doing no videos. So all of them are going, okay, teacher. Yes, teacher.
I love the intention behind it. Just show your freaking face. That's it.
Yeah. People want to see you, it's like,
yeah.
I mean, imagine what like a sales process, why do we want the Zoom meetings, the video meetings? Why do we want the in-person meetings? I mean, because we want to connect on a different level that you just can't do via email or via audio message, right? It's a different level of experience. If we were typing back and forth right now, this would not be the same vibe. You guys would not feel like, right? I wouldn't feel, I didn't feel like I really, Nina, we had talked a few times before leading up to this. I had no clue really who you were, how you were, up until like now. I'm like, oh, I got a feel for both of you guys now. It's a completely different experience. So that's what you do with video. You give people an opportunity to get to know, like, and trust you. And if you want to sell things, that's a pretty damn good thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, one of the things that you do is you send like video DMs. I have not done that. How's that worked for you already so far? For you and your clients?
Video DMs are amazing. Amazing. The response rates are incredible. And here's the secret to video DMs. If you want to send good video DMs, if you want to get really good response rates with video DMs, like, this is the secret. There's a few different ways to do it, right? So one is when you post content, if you're posting content regularly and you get reactions, comments, people are engaging with you. You want to go through that and figure out, are any of these folks potential customers? If none of them are, you want to rethink am I connecting and engaging with the right people? Why is there nobody popping up in my content? But let's say there are, you go through those reactions and comments and you DM those people. You send the video DM, you pull out your message, you go to a message, go to the person's profile, hit message. It'll pop up there's a little box. I'll do it right now as we're talking. There's at the end of when you pull up a message, at the very bottom, there's that rectangle box that says write a message. On the right side, there's a microphone. On the left side, there's a plus button. You hit the plus button, you click on video, top right corner is a camera. You select selfie mode, so it's coming at you, and you send them a nice personalized message. And if they've commented on your content, it's super easy because you just say, hey, Nina, thanks so much for watching the video today. I really appreciate the support. It means a ton to me. Hey, since you showed your support to me, I'd love to show my support back to you. I was just looking at your content and some of your most recent videos. I got some really good feedback for you that would help you get more reach, more engagement, and ultimately more customers for your business. All things that you could do 100% for free. I just want to show my support back to you because I really appreciate you watching the videos and engaging. What do you say?
Wow.
Are you open for a chat? And so it's kind of a subtle call to action. It's like, hey, let me know if you want to chat. It's not like, here's my calendar link and here's what I do. And here I run this boot camp and I help companies. It's not that. It's just showing your love and support for people and trying to bring them value in exchange. And those are 90% response rates. I mean, because they've already engaged with you. They already know who you are. There's a certain level of connection there. The second thing is when you're engaging with other people on their content, you get a conversation going in the comments with them. And then you video DM, same thing. And you say, hey, really enjoyed the conversation that we've had back and forth, Nina. Like your post about leadership was so spot on. I don't think enough people understand that. Hey, I put together a couple things for CEOs in your position that I would love to share with you. It'd be great to do like a virtual coffee and get to know you too. Are you up for a quick chat? Let me know. Again, you're offering something of value. It's casual. It's not pitchy. It's not, it's very high value and low commitment. And that's the key with video DMs. Be yourself, keep it casual, personalize it. and then have something to offer for free with no strings attached.
That sounds fantastic. Jonah is saying, wow, Alex is damn killer. That's killer. Wrong spelling. Yeah. He fixed it in the next line. And then Popcorn AI is already giving us job. Popcorn AI is saying, Yandar, Amin and Nina, take note, declaration. I'm like, oh. And she's...
We would like to see Popcorn's AI video.
Yeah, you're one to talk. Okay.
And you know what's funny? Like the reason these work so well is because when you send a video DM, like watch, if you've never done it, try it and watch the reaction that you get from people. A lot of people will literally send you back to be like, oh my God, first of all, I'm just blown away that you sent me a video DM. Because what do they get what do we all get every single day? Text.
Yes. Okay.
Sales pitch. The video DM instantly stands out. And so again, unleashing your creative. How do you do it? There's a million different ways. That's one way to unleash some creativity. It's creative. It's different. It's innovative. It's nothing like rocket science. Just use the freaking feature that's already in the app, right? So that's all you have to do, and you instantly stand out. And then when you mix in a really good message with it, that's when you get responses.
Okay, that's fantastic. So I'm going to give you guys a challenge. Why don't you guys start doing a video DM, test it out send it to Amin, send it to me so that you guys can practice it, okay? And at the same time, Popcorn AI, can we have Alex's LinkedIn profile link here so that you guys can all follow him on LinkedIn, okay? Sounds good? Make sure you follow him, okay? All right. Jonah is saying high value, low commitment. Thank you so much.
From Jade. From
yes.
Jade.
Yes. I forgot about that. Yeah, so we have a fantastic question from Zay. She's asking, what about from introverts? How do we overcome our freaking shyness to get our faces on video? Just listening to the word makes me shiver. What's your advice, Alex?
Yeah, great tip for this question. So if you're an introvert, which by the way, there's some introverts that still show up great on camera. Introvert and extrovert is just how you recharge your battery. Do you charge it by yourself or with a small group of people, or do you recharge it when you go out and in front of people? But that being said, let's just assume that you're really shy and you feel awkward about getting on camera. Then do one of these. Call up a colleague, call up a friend, call up a client, hop on a Zoom call, a video call, record it, and start talking about some things that matter to your audience. Have 3 or 4 bullet points of just, these are some good subjects that we could talk about. Have a conversation, hit record, start having some laughs, forget it's even recording in the first place, and you'll get content. I mean, I did that with a client one time where he was struggling to get on camera. He had joined the boot camp and he's like, Alex, I'm going through the modules. They're great. I'm learning things, but it's time for me to make my first video. I know what I need to do. I'm having trouble getting on camera and actually doing it. And so I was walking through some of the psychological hurdles with them. And I said, why don't we hop on a Zoom call? And he said, yeah, sure. Let's talk it through. I hit record and I started asking him some questions. And I was like, hey, what are the number one thing that people struggle with? Like when it comes to your business, your industry, like why are people making this mistake? I was setting him up to answer questions that I knew would bring value to his audience. And he all of a sudden midway through, he goes, wait a second, what are we doing here? Are we recording this? And I'm like, yeah, just keep going, Larry. Just keep going. It's fine. Just keep going. And we got a piece of content or two out of it, you know? So it's like, you have to be able to just hop on a Zoom call, hop on a video call and make it very casual, but talk about things that are relevant to your audience. Everyone can do this with a colleague or a friend. I guarantee no one's too shy to talk to a friend, right? Yeah,
definitely. So, I mean, they have each other, so you guys can buddy pair and do this. This is such a brilliant idea. And even Susan is saying it, it's so good, especially for introverts kind of thing. And camera is scary for a lot. I mean, it's still scary. I mean, look at him right now. Sorry, just kidding.
Oh, gosh. Shots fired.
Woo! Okay, it's okay. We're used to it.
Bitch.
You know why? You know why he wants to unconstipate Lincoln? Because he's on camera. He's that. So he on AI sweats too much. Okay. Got it. So, I mean, any questions you want to add? I'm looking at time. We only have 5 more minutes with Alex before we have to release him. We have to go so fast, right?
It's so fast.
Okay, guys, if you have any questions, let us know. Let us know in the comment section for Alex because we only have 5 minutes left. Okay.
Maybe a technical question. Your thought process when you're creating a video. Do you have a structure? Do you have a structure? Do you have a format? What would be a good format for you for an effective video?
Yeah, so it depends on the
That-
video, right? Because if it's like an interview like this, I'll take the recording from this and chop it up into a few different pieces. So I'm always thinking about I'm thinking about what's the goal from the video? How do I want to make people feel? Where do I want to take them? What do I want to teach them? How do I want to make them? And so that's step one, is just figuring out adding some intention around the content that you're going to create or that's already created that you're going to put together. And then I get to what's the first 3 to 5 seconds. So how I got to grab my audience's attention. Now, some people know me on LinkedIn, so if they see my feed, just like you guys, they see you, they like your content, they'll engage probably regardless. But you also want to catch the newer people that are seeing your stuff that maybe aren't as aware of who you are. And LinkedIn is a feed-based platform. It's not YouTube where you're searching for things and then watching videos. You're scrolling to a feed. You got to stop the scroll. You got to stop people right in their tracks. So you got to make sure the first 3 to 5 seconds is something that's going to engage them, something that's that's interesting to your target audience. And then, so from there, then I'm going to, how do I keep them engaged? So there's got to be some value. There's got to be maybe a story I'm telling. There's got to be something that's going to keep them wanting to hear more. So if I'm like, hey, the number one thing that salespeople need to do right now is this. And then like, that's the first hook. And the salespeople, if I'm targeting salespeople, they're like, oh, what is it? I got to know. Right. And I'm like, hey, it's video DMs. But then I'm like, but here's how you do it. And here's a secret to sending video DMs. So like, okay, cool. Now I know what it is, but how do I do it? I got to keep listening. And then at the end, there's some type of call to action. And it doesn't have to be in the video. It could be in your post, could be in the comments. But it's where do you want to take the audience? That's how I think about it. But let me hit on something real quickly too, because I know we were talking about ideas and how do you stay creative and how do you come up with ideas for your videos all the time? And the answer is you got to build. Like I have the Notes app, and every day I'm adding new ideas. If you think about it, almost like a manufacturing plant, right? Like you're creating something from raw material. You need ideas or the raw materials. That's what you get from talking to your clients, your prospects, the interviews that you go on, the podcast, the conversations you have with colleagues. You're driving in your car, you're freaking in the shower, you got an idea pop up. You got to be able to get those ideas down, and you build this idea bank. And then what I do is I list out like 4 weeks in a row, Monday through Friday, Monday through Friday, Monday through Friday, Monday through Friday. And I'll literally start plugging in some of those ideas, and I'll stay 2 weeks ahead of it. So I'm not playing from behind. I'm not thinking, all right, what am I going to post today? I got to figure something out. That's a bad place to be, especially if you're trying to run a business. You do not have time for that. If you want to post content consistently, that's good. And so you got to take those ideas and convert them into topics. Now, the nice thing about doing these, which is why I encourage people to do a lot of video calls, interviews, podcasts, I can take this and get 3 or 4 or 5 pieces of content from this. And so now I knocked out a live show with you guys, had a great time, got some more exposure, brought value to the audience, but I also got 3 to 4 to 5 pieces of content out. Definitely, and so I don't have to come up with a brand new idea. You guys helped me kind of come up with the content as a collective here. But there's certain videos that you want to do that are like more the front facing one-on-one where it's not this type of style. And that's where you need the ideas to be able to plug in. And the same for text and picture posts too. So build that content idea bank up, and then start building the content bank up with these videos and then your original ideas. And then you just got to set time aside to actually execute and either edit them yourselves or have somebody else edit them, or, you're going to say the lines for a scripted video. There's a time management piece and a process that has to go into it too.
Okay, that's fantastic. So that just gives you a lot of options for content kind of thing. Thank you so much. We do have a question from Johan again. What's something that you saw recently that you're excited about trying?
Clubhouse. Clubhouse, yeah.
I'm like texting everybody to get me on Clubhouse kind of thing.
Yeah, it's interesting. And for me, it's weird because I'm so used to being on video. I'm so comfortable on video because I've done a trillion videos. And for me, audio is like a little bit weird for me right now. But here's what I like about it. It's not necessarily just the app. I think the app's great because it's super easy to use, and the connection that you get with people is amazing. You just can't get that on another platform right now. I think I love disruptors and I love innovators and creativity. And for me, this is going to wake up the other apps to say, how do we really connect people better? Because you can't, if we're on LinkedIn, I could post a video and you could comment, I could comment back. Sure, we could send a video DM, but I could hop on Clubhouse right now and be in a conversation like we're doing here within seconds. So I think it's going to force other apps and other platforms to really say, how are we connecting social media? How are we connecting? How are we adding more to the social element of this, the human to human connection? And that's what I love.
Yeah, that is the key of social media anyway. It's about connecting people socially, kind of thing, whether it's a professional context or it's a social context kind of thing. Okay, one more question from CA. How do you recycle posts, first of all? And if yes, how old should a post be recycled?
So I don't recycle posts, exact same posts, but here's what I will tell you that I do is you can go back and look at a post that you did 30 days ago, 60 days ago, 90 days ago, 12 months ago, and you can say, let me take this concept and the value points from this and deliver it in a different way. Maybe this time I'm going to tell a story instead of just providing the tips. Maybe I'm going to act it out. Maybe I'm going to add some entertainment or some creativity to it. And so I'll look at older ideas and say, how do I recreate this from a different look, from a different standpoint? I'm not a big fan of repurposing, just sending the same video out. I think you could do it once in a while. I don't think there's anything crazy wrong with it. It's just, for me, I think that there's an opportunity to sort of put a new twist on an old idea, because the reality is, like, how much, people are like, if you go back and look at all my content, you're probably like, all right, well, you're talking about a lot of the same stuff a lot. It's like, well, yeah, because the shit matters. Like, this is what people need. Yeah. People need to be doing. I've been talking about grabbing attention in the first 3 to 5 seconds for a year now. And guess how many people still don't grab attention in the first 3 to 5 seconds? So people need to hear messages over and over and over again. You just don't want to have it to be the same delivery method. You got to switch it up, which is why I use some of the more creative methods of acting a story out. Because when people see things acted out in front of them, it's like, oh, I didn't even think about it like that. This is kind of bringing this idea to life. It's really giving me a new perspective on it. So recycle the ideas. But try to add some creativity and some flair to the actual post. Okay.
Love that. Because at the end of the day, it's still the basics. And some people still don't capture the basics, right? Kind of thing.
Yeah. And you have to, and in reality, yes, you have to build a brand, and to really add value to your audience, you need to have some level of consistency. You're not changing completely direction, every direction and every which way, every different day on what you're talking about. And there's certain core fundamentals that you got to drill home.
Mm-hmm. Got it. So we are at the end of our time, but I do have one very quick question. This is where we're going to get you to be a digital prophet to predict the future. What do you think the future holds in terms of social media and video? Where do you think it will be, and how can we best prepare for it?
Video is going to be here for a long, long time. So get on video now. Learn how to make videos, short form videos, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. That's the sweet spot for most of the feed-based platforms. I think LinkedIn's going to push video more than they ever have before. And I think, you're going to see more of the human. They're going to have to find ways, like we talked about Clubhouse, of how do you connect people more. So I could see apps and platforms incorporating, you're doing a post, but it's opening up. Like think about LinkedIn Live and being able to have just people hop on there and like this, and not having to bring them on the broadcast like a StreamYard and this whole process. I think the ease of connecting people is something that's going to be really, really big, that a lot of platforms think about. How do we connect humans easily, seamlessly?
So we're going to see that in technology kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes. And video is going to be around, and it's not going anywhere because we're humans, and we always are going to want to see each other. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Got it. Okay. One last question. What's next for Alex?
Well, I'm excited because this is 2021 is the first full year as me in my business. Last year, as you guys know, I left my full-time job. And so it was just the beginning. It was like, how do we generate revenue? How do we keep customers coming in? How do we build this brand? And this was I reset in December and really wrote down specific laser focused goals. And how are we going to build a business? And are we going to hire this year internally for the company? And so I'm just really excited I feel like I've just hit the ground running, and I'm just getting started. So that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about the impact that I can make with other people and helping them unleash their creative, and helping them, unleash their potential and go for what they want out of life. And there's just every day I wake up excited to do what I do. There's so much opportunity for all of us.
All right. So we wish you all the luck in the world for that. Congratulations. We're very excited and happy for you. Yeah, because we're going to be having,
I'm looking forward for all your videos of this.
Yeah, this has been great. So make sure you guys follow him. If you found a lot of value, let us know what is the one thing that you found super valuable from today's session. Let us know in the comment section. So thank you very much, Alex. You can, we're going to say goodbye to you. We're going to continue. But thank you so much. We've learned
you guys. Thank you guys. It's been a pleasure.
Bye.
Yeah,
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
See you guys.
Okay, so what's the one thing that you really learned from today's session? If there was one thing.
How simple it is. Just put your face out there.
Right?
You don't need to complicate. So just
Yeah,
put
I
your
think
face
I
out.
overcomplicate stuff by, oh, the video's got to do this, the chicken's got to appear from here, and all that editing and stuff like that. I could just do a selfie video like Noor Shahiwan, kind of thing, right? And video DMs was the thing that I was like, I mean, can you show that video? That was my learning today.
Oh
Video,
yeah, yeah. The video
limitless,
DM is the limitless thing. Okay, that one
This is what I
is Whoosh.
That's the wrong one. I mean, that's a wrong one. That's a bomb. Okay, never mind. We got to work on this. Okay, so what is the one thing that you guys learned? Let us know in the comment section that you're gonna immediately implement. Kind of thing. The eyes look singing. Yeah. Okay. So So apart from that, let us recap quickly while you guys are sharing what is it that you guys super learned today. We're gonna recap quickly. My God, there were so many questions I wanted to ask and we didn't have time. Jonah is saying, ha ha ha, that is malato. Memang, Amini, fail. Can you find a video or not? Or do I find it? I'm so upset. But anyway,
Okay lah, give me this.
The prophecy.
That was the video because I was like, okay, kind of thing. Video. Okay, so Popcorn AI's learning is video. How come it's not video? Do you even do video? Popcorn AI? Yeah. Somebody, Afzal is saying
Voice DM or video DM lah. Video DM lah. Why voice?
Voice DMs, gotta do that. I do voice DMs actually. Susan is saying Susan, did you change your name? Susan Marisa Kubina? I love it because I call you Susan. Call a friend or a client, video recorded. That is so true. There's so many ways to do content and we keep thinking it's just video. So yeah, and Johan is also saying story every day starting tomorrow and video DM all popcorn. Hey, you video DM to a test, but you want to video DM your target audience, okay? Okay, and Marissa is saying it's my name lah. Kasian if the fella suddenly feels you are being so keko. Okay, Afzan is saying, sorry, videos, saya dah half mengantuk. Oh, another thing that I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys prefer just Langa being at 10 o'clock or at 8 o'clock? I mean, I prefer at 8, but let us know in the comments section. Okay, semua orang dah tidur kan? 8. Popcorn AI loves Johan on video. Oh yes, Nina loves Johan on video. Kind of thing. Putpa loves Johan on video. So we want you to do more. And Zaid says, get yourself out there. Hell yeah, get yourself out there. Fariha's also here. Hi Fariha, welcome. Thanks, Alex.
Just put your face out. That's it. Just have your face out.
Please let it out, kind of thing. Nina and Amin, I enjoyed the session today. 8 p.m. is good. Who is 8 p.m.? Okay, Jane Wright. Got it. Whoever wants to go for, or you can't, we're an MCO, you cannot go for Heritage Walk, but contact Jane Wright. Okay. See which one gets more views. Ask Popcorn AI. Jonah, we can't do it 10 a.m. I mean, I love that it's a late night show with Amin and Nina, but it's gonna take your timing slot. And Popcorn AI is saying 8 p.m. Popcorn AI is
I agree with 8 p.m.
Okay. Oh, because Amin's a morning person. He gets really sleepy. CA saying first time on Popcorn video, definitely prefer 8 p.m. Okay, got it. Our market says 8 p.m. Can I go sleep now? Yes, you can. Okay, very quickly. Who are the speakers that we're having the following week? Amin, let us know.
Next week we have Teku Zafrul. Oh no, we don't.
No, this is not Teku. Okay, this episode you really want to watch. Please note that we can only get this guy at 6 p.m. And no, he's not the finance minister of Malaysia. He's actually the podcast host of Okay Let's Go, which is the top Malay podcast on Spotify. Top 5, and he's going to be sharing with you how to make your podcast pop. And on top of that, they're so famous. They had a PR, they had like a huge whatever last year, and once you guys are so famous, you're going to need to learn how to recover from a PR crisis. So that's the episode you're going to learn, okay? Somebody wanted 10 p.m. supper. Afzan, you dah mengantuk. So 8 p.m., okay? My heritage walk got virtual, so you can go. We need to adjust with time to adjust with us, not the time adjust to us. Okay, got it. Okay, next. So this is happening next week at 6 o'clock. What's happening next? Yes, we've got Flo Akimbi, who's a communication coach, event moderator, and content curator. So we're going to be talking about how to develop future-proof communication skills that's going to take you not just for 2021, but beyond, kind of thing. Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
Next, what do we have? Oh,
IP fundamentals.
Yes, IP fundamentals. Like, what the heck is IP, copyright, trademark? What's the difference? What do we need to know so that we don't screw ourselves and people don't take advantage of us? Okay, so we're going to hear it from the ASEAN IP expert, Geeta Kandaya. And then, of course, a lot of you guys who just finished the killer class, you still don't know how to position yourself in your headline to say words that when people read, they're going to go, oh my God, I got to get to talk to this person. So this is the guy who's going to help you there. We're going to be covering the evergreen content for every stage of your funnel. Did you know that you can actually write things in your profile that covers every stage of your funnel? So that's going to be the episode for it. Okay, sounds good? Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying it. Yes, Angela, it's going to be in English. All our episodes are in English. If we do say it in Malay, we'll try and say it in English. Okay. I mean, anything else to add?
I had fun tonight. First episode for 2021. Guys, follow us, connect with us. There's going to be a lot more stuff coming out in the next few weeks, right? I'm excited. 2021 is going to be a blast. Right? Even though MCO, whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah, MCO, we're going to be online. You know, we're here to serve you guys. Yeah. So yeah, let us know. Let us know who you want us to interview and speak. We're still finding people and stuff like that for 2021. So let us know. It is the end of the night for us on the late night show with Just Langar, Amin and Nina, and Popcorn AI and Pauline somewhere at the back there, probably sleeping and snoring. I mean, did you look at her profile picture on Facebook? She just changed it. That was like scary. I mean, just saying, guys, check out Pauline's profile picture on Facebook. Let us know what you think. It's scary. Me and Amin think
she looks like a serial killer, man.
I mean, I know we're gonna go like LinkedIn killer profile and stuff, but you don't have to look like a killer in your profile photo. Just saying, yeah. Okay, cool. Jane is looking forward to the intellectual IP kind of thing. Popcorn AI is gonna go hibernate. Okay, got it. So you guys can go hibernate as well. Thank you so much. I had such an amazing time. We're signing off. We'll see you tomorrow if you are on our coaching Ask Me Anything session. Okay? See ya. Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Ba, 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 ba.